What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And on today's video I will show you an amazing news. I will show you the way how we can achieve broader audience and this will be massive. On top of that, I will show you that Gary Gensler knew much more than he said to the Congress, and we basically have the evidence of this. On top of that, I will show you how we have to correct our plans in order to reach the authorities, and this will help us to receive much more efficient data for our case. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, I have to say that my videos are losing momentum. Unfortunately, they are losing momentum despite the good news that we have on the market right now regarding MMTLP story. That is why, guys, please share this video to as many people as you can, because this news has to be known, and we have to move forward, and we have to push our case forward in order to win this battle. That is why share this video with your friends and family, drop me a line in the comment section, subscribe to my channel and hit the like button for YouTube algorithm. So, and let's start with the news itself. You can find this video that is about 3 minutes long, that was originally published on the MMAT News Twitter account, and it was republished by many different community members. And right here you can see that Meta News wrote, "Breaking news, the Wall Street Conspiracy 2 will showcase stock tickers MMTLP, AMC, GME and expose naked shorting in the United States stock market." And for those of you who don't know, it is the second part of the quite famous movie, The Wall Street Conspiracy. It was made by Christina Lake Copeland, and it was made in 2012, and this is basically the story how the corruption happens on the financial markets, especially on the US markets. And this is a very interesting, let me show you, this is a very interesting video, and let me show you this in details.
About Ken Griffin moving his firm Citadel to Florida, in part because he wants to escape from crime in Chicago.
Some brokerage sites are now being accused of siding with billionaires after blocking certain trades.
Tell investors sounding the alarm big time all weekend long, going after the Financial Industry Authority, FINRA, for halting its shares in a preferred stock.
What's the tipping point and what's going to stop it? Unfortunately, I think a prime broker or a major bank has to go down, and it has to be massive monies. This is fraud on a massive scale.
They halted purchases on several companies, including GameStop, AMC Theaters, BlackBerry, and Bed Bath & Beyond.
You haven't really seen anything like this before.
You're going to see the mother lode of all shares that have been issued that don't exist.
I fought this fight for 15 years. I was surprised at what happened with AMC, because the theory is that at some point that people have to settle their trades. With Overstock, something funny happened. So the SEC in 2005 passed, due to the enormous public pressure, passed a very flimsy regulation against this stock. It's called Reg Show, S-H-O. And it was as flimsy as they could make it.
Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez tweeted, "This is unacceptable." And in a rare move, Republican Senator Ted Cruz agreed with Ocasio-Cortez.
It's not going to end well when it ends. And the bigger question is, when does it end?
The amateur traders helped force shares up by 1,700%, costing the hedge funds more than $5 billion.
FINRA was not transparent about it in any way. If there is a window that people thought was 2 days longer, somebody should be liable.
Impacted by the troubling trading halt of the metamaterials, or MMTLP, investors across the country share these same concerns. MMTLP shares were subject to counterfeit and naked short selling. Have FINRA and the SEC analyzed MMTLP for any potential fraud or wrongdoing?
We seek to analyze fraud and wrongdoing wherever it might be in our capital markets. And What can the retail investor do? We're constantly being manipulated by these hedge funds, by these market makers, and it's being allowed to be done by the SEC with no regulation whatsoever. So what can you really do about it? Well, that's part of the reason why I came out here today, gathered together with fellow retail traders to stand up against them and tell them enough is enough, that we're ready to come out here and we're trying to make a difference, right? We're trying to come out here, we're making a difference, right?
So, as you can see, it is an amazing news, and we have to push forward this case and to help, let me show you, to help these people to make this video. You can make some contribution, and here is the link on gofund.com. And as you can see, this fundraiser was made by Christina Copeland. She was the author of the first film. And let me quote to this. Christina led Copeland and Mark Falk are producing the 2023 sequel of the original film they produced, exposing the impact naked short selling had on the US financial crisis of 2008, the Wall Street conspiracy. And definitely this movie might help us to achieve a broader audience, and definitely it will attract more attention to this problem. That is why, if you want to, you can donate to authors of this movie, and you can help them to make this happen. So let me show you another quite interesting detail. Rare DD, one of the community members, he makes a very good due diligence, and just recently he published this. Look at Gary Gensler's public calendars. We went from having FINRA meetings exclusively with Robert W. Cook to meetings that include names from the MMTLP FOIA thread, Robert Colby, whom corresponded with NBH, and more. Why, Gary? And he also added, he also refers to his own tweet that he made 8 hours ago. Why, Gary Gensler? Any comment? Hester Pierce, SEC, regarding MMTLP fiasco. And the original tweet is following. Every Gary Gensler meeting with FINRA, July 13th, 2021 and earlier, was basically just Robert W. Cook. After more than 6 months, January 21st, 2022, they started meeting again. But now FINRA legal officers, senior advisors and Stephanie Dumont are almost always present. What changed? MMTLP. And here you can see the screenshots of their public calendars. And we can see that the people who was an attendees on these meetings are exactly the same who was mentioned in the FOIA letters, and this data basically was received by the community back, I guess, in 6 or 7 months ago. And definitely this shows that Gary Gensler knows much more than he said to the Congress members, and that is why he lied to the Congress, and this raises a lot of questions. So, and let me show you another quite interesting update regarding the recent inquiry that we have to a little bit modify. So, Paul T. wrote this. I DM'd John Brda regarding revising the current request, audited aggregate share count. We are making to Congress. Once I receive a reply, I will share with the community. And he added this screenshot where he asks John Brda regarding the new request. And John responds, Paul, I agree with you that this has to better defined so no one can wiggle out of it. The share count should consist of all shares at AST on December the 12th. We have this. All shares in US broker-dealers as of close of business day on December the 12th. Actual shares plus IOUs. And all shares overseas that do not clear in our DTCC system. For example, Euroclear, Clearstream, etc. This will not be hard to figure out. We just need data. And yes, this new inquiry definitely improves our questions, and it gives us more opportunity to receive wider range of results that will help us to win the battle. And let me show you what did Mark Basile respond. And this is exactly what I said. The terminology and focus needs to change towards the brokers. You need a certified audit of all of the broker's holdings in order to get to the share imbalance. Not the AASC, which comes from the TA. That's exactly why Brda said AST already has that information. Again, exactly what I said. Paulus Gretus asked the right question to the right person. And yes, this new question gives us an opportunity to make this request more clear, and we have to receive more information rather than the results from AST. On top of that, let me show you another question that was asked by Kenneth Opiola. And he wrote, my question is again, why are you just mentioning this now and not months ago? Did you just recently discover this info yourself? And this question was asked to Mark Basile. And Mark responded, I was pushed out and took a break for a while. I also have 40 public company clients I'm required by law to pay attention to. Why didn't some of those hero space leaders push this? They could have googled this just like Jeff Sampson 51 did, and they would have been able to pivot. Ask yourself the question, why they didn't? Even when they got the information from me, it was an all-out assault to not change the narrative and focus. They barraged Paulus Gretus to not agree with me. That's called bullying. That's for you guys to deal with, not me. I do this for free. So, yes, we still have some problems inside our community because some of our community members think that we have to push our cases only on legal path. Other ones think that we have to push our case towards the Congress members. And Mark said that we have to use both paths, and I don't know why someone attacked him because of his opinion. It doesn't make sense, and this is quite upset for me, and this is not the best outcome for the community in general. So, and I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap.